Hello, I'm back once again, and today is Friday, which means time for Stormworks. And let's hope it works actually instead of freezing my PC or crashing, as happened over the last couple of weeks. Now, I've done a couple things in order to maybe make it work, such as verifying the integrity of the game files to make sure there's nothing wrong with the game. Updated my drivers because guess what? I was not up to date with those. So yeah, let's hope with the update of my NVIDIA drivers, because I'm running a NVIDIA graphics card, that it will actually work. This is also a quick reminder to update your drivers as well. You know, it doesn't matter if you have AMD or NVIDIA or Intel or every other brand of graphics card that's out there. Make sure they're updated, otherwise things might not work. So let's jump into it. So I don't remember what I was doing, but I was doing something. Oh yeah, will it work again? It should have. Yeah, there we go. Putting it to automatic is a lot better. Also, I do have a cookie, so I will be eating that one. I only have half of it left because it took a bite like 10 seconds before I started talking. There we go. That cookie is now history, so I do have another couple of things to drink this time, even though you can't see it. I am working on it. A camera is on its way, because the quality is bad and the aspect ratio is wrong, and I don't like that. And what was I doing? Oh yeah, this. This beast of a cannon with an incomplete formula. Because I realized something. First of all, I have to get another function in front of it with conversions. I have to do the turns, I think. X times pi 2. So x times... Wait, I can actually... Hold on, I can actually check this. With a pivot that I can quickly... Let me make a quick setup here. Pivot here. Tilt sensor. Dial for the fun of it. Function block. Throttle. And then we want to do a conversion, which is... First, we do x times pi 2. Yeah. Now we're in radians. Then we need radians to degrees, which is... Which means we have to do that. And then that becomes x, then x times 180 divided by pi. Hopefully this is how it works. So at first is the 180 divided by pi. Yeah, this should work. Let's hope this math is correct. 0.3. Yeah, that works actually. That is functional. Because I did realize that I need to use this.
Hello.
Controls. Hello. I do have to have my Discord up.
So, I realized that I forgot to tell you something.
Ah, what did you forget to tell me?
I don't think it's next Wednesday. It's like Wednesday after. Or not Wednesday. Tuesday. I can't record, so we're gonna have to move that week's episode, like recording.
So next week or the week after that?
The week after next week. I think it's the 8th.
Hmm. Where did I put that on? Number 4. Alright. And also, a camera is on its way, and I should be able to use it as a webcam.
I used to have a webcam, like an actual, like one of those, like spherical ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to record pixels here. I didn't mean to fire.
The reason I had that is because for like I was like 8 or 9, you know, and I wanted to make YouTube videos, but I thought I didn't know about recording software, right? I thought that was a camera hooked up to a computer.
As it technically is.
But yeah, but as in like not that I thought it was like just a camera pointing at the screen, right? I just thought you would plug in a camera and it would start, you know, recording the screen like OBS would, right? But obviously I didn't know about recording software. And so when I explained that to my parents, they of course thought, oh, he means a webcam, because you know that's a camera you plug into a computer.
Oh,
So I
oh
got this
no.
shitty generic webcam and I never used it. Actually, I tried to use it like once. But the laptop I was doing it on was also very shitty. Like after an hour, it would just shut down on its own.
Oof. Wait, actually, hold on. I need to bring it back, and I need to actually turn it away from the trigger. The trigger does the auto reload. I guess I can use it as one. Auto reload and trigger. Because every time I click to open a menu or to enter something, it decides to fire. So let's say I want 1,000 meters away. Press 4. Oh, that's quite threatening. Especially to see the show being lowered into it. Hold on. I think I know the problem. Yep. slightly annoying. So I want to hit a target a kilometer away. Yeah, I have a mug of tea right now as a drink, as well as
Is it the mug though?
nope.
No.
It is not the mug that is almost the size of my head.
Chat, be disappointed in him.
But I'm not gonna be cleaning that mug every single time.
Why not?
Well, I am, but I'm not gonna be cleaning it not gonna be drinking out of it every single day. Wait, is this engine powered or is it battery powered? Oh, I guess what would help is actually adding electric motors to this. You know, that might actually
Yes.
help if you want to move your train forward. Although I can't put
Yeah,
it on.
definitely.
Yeah, you need propulsion if you want to move something.
Really?
Yeah, weirdly enough, you do.
Wow. It's almost like we had physics.
Almost. Although it is quite slow, so this will probably be connected to a locomotive, so you can just pull it. Yeah, the way I'm gonna do my camera is kind of the same way I had before, where I'm using I'm not using a specific webcam. I actually bought a secondhand camera, like an actual thing you take
Oh
pictures
no.
with camera.
Not the second hand.
Because I'm not buying that shit new. That is crazy expensive.
Have you seen the Randy Feldface video about the bookshelf from Gumtree?
Yes. Also, my barrel will probably hit that bong. Yeah, the
That one,
barrel hit.
that one, that one's awesome.
All right, let's see. Oh, the barrel's suddenly gone flaccid. Whoops. The barrel has gone soft. And the funny thing is, it is trying to lift it up, I think. I think it is slowly trying to lift up. I think it's trying to lift up, but it's way too heavy to do it. Wait, can I strengthen these? Gear ratio 1:1. Yes, I'm using third rings because otherwise it just doesn't work. Right, I want a kilometer.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Well, it's 1,000 meters.
Every American in your chat right now.
Yes. I find it funny, like, people are actually defending the imperial system.
Well, I mean, the Roman Empire is great, right?
Like, the imperial measurement system.
I know.
Actually, it's being held up now. What if I ask for 3,000 meters? Will it actually lift up? Hello, can you go up, barrel? I think at 3 kilometers you don't want to be pointing upwards, I guess. Because if I put a waypoint in front of me right here, 2.8, slightly bit more out, 2.9, 3. But like, there are people defending the Imperial system as if it's the system to work with.
Okay. Do they... So...
Even though the conversions are scuffed. Like, within metric, you have multiples of 10.
So do they also defend... My brother just came in and dropped off a stick of licorice.
You're gonna complain?
No. Wow. It was kind of rude how he just came in.
How did I
Again.
rescue casualties? I haven't done anything. What? I just rescued a casualty. While sitting here. Right, fire. And it drops into the water there. Which means my thing is incorrect. The formula I use in this, it is not the right thing. Also, it doesn't take...
I protected you from my brother.
Nice. Yeah, there are people that basically defend the system that has scuffed. Like... conversions, even though metric has way better ones, being a multiple of 10. Or 100 or 1,000, depending on if you're using normal measurements, square measurements, or cubed measurements.
So, but is using stones technically also part of the imperial system?
Oh, we're not starting with the British. Please, no.
Does that also count as imperial?
I guess, but do you know the British use both?
Yeah, I know. It's a fucking mess over there. I mean, they're, you know...
It's the British. What do you expect from them?
No, like...
What does one expect from the British?
Their screws go the wrong way.
Yes. I mean, of course you have screws. There are no screws that go both ways, or are there?
I would
Let me look that
assume
up.
not. I don't know how you would make that.
Bi-directional screws.
Did you just call it bi-directional?
Yeah?
Okay. Is that the term for that?
Well, what do we call what do we call when somebody can speak two languages? Bilingual. What do we call somebody that's attracted to two genders? Bisexual.
Pansexual?
What? Yeah. Well, there's a difference between bi and pan. Bi is two genders. Pan is just fucks everything that moves.
I wouldn't know. I've never fucked anything.
They never fucked things up.
I was about to make a joke like that.
Yeah, I only, if you look at bidirectional screws, you're only getting like 2 separate parts. Like, not combined. They haven't combined the thread.
Well, how would you even do that, Jules?
I don't know. I mean, you could, but also, I have a problem right now. The formula of... Wait, this is a switch box. That switches to manual mode. You have the distance you put in. The velocity of the bullet is there. The height... I need an extra input. Which is... gun... oh, caps lock needs to be off. Gun... height. Number. Where is it? There it is. That means that this, I need a different function. I need a function XYZ. Instead of just a function X, because I get another input from this. And that is the gun height, because, of course, if you have a trajectory, you have a starting height. Now, that might be 0. But it still matters, because it changes the angle of your gun. And that is what I'm trying to do. That is what I'm trying to reach here. With this function. So I now need to look up, to grab my phone again. And do some scuffed things. Looking up trajectory calculations. Trajectory. So it immediately comes with a definition. The path followed by a projectile flying or an object moving under the action of given forces. So basically, you yeet something into the sky. What arc is it going to follow before it hits the ground? Calculator.
Redemption arc. You know, like Vegeta. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched Dragon Ball, but
Wait a minute, I think I found one. Trajectory, you have the Y, which is your initial angle. Oh, wait, that's A. V is, I think, velocity. You have your height.
alright, I'm gonna go beat Metal Gear Rising on very hard because I'm on the final level.
What is the... Hold on, I need to also look this up. On my PC, velocity... Stormworks...
So,
Bertha.
well, you want on join
Yeah,
us
no,
at some point? Also, I've been thinking about drawing a thumbnail for the podcast, but I don't know. I don't know what to draw for a thumbnail.
30 meters per second, so you have 30 meters per second. Initial height, which means... What do you want to draw a thumbnail for?
For a podcast, but like, how would I, I don't know what it should look like. There is a heel.
11.2. No, why did I undo that? Velocity is 30. Initial height is 11.2. 11.2. Distance in meters. Can I... Yes, can I... Trajectory angle calculator. Because all trajectory calculators do distance. Like initial height is 11.2. Initial velocity is 30. Let me actually take... Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait, everything's still running. It's just Stormworks that is stuck again. Like, I guess... Yeah, here we go. Stormworks 64.exe is not responding. So now instead of crashing my entire device, it crashes the game. Awesome, isn't it?
I mean, that's progress, I guess.
I guess. I want to be able to put... Yeah, I guess close the program. I wonder what has changed. Because I don't think anything has actually changed. Hold on, let me go to my settings. That, and this. Then it should automatically pick back up. Hello, OBS. Can you pick it up, please? There we go. Position formula, velocity. There we go. We're back. How to calculate angle of trajectory. That formula seems surprisingly easy. Because 2 times the cosine of 20 times your velocity squared divided by the gravity ignores your initial height, and that is something I need to add.
What the hell did he just do?
Fuck off with your ad. Equation of motion, no. Oh, there's a lot of math. Just want to calculate the initial... I don't need a velocity. Yeah, I don't care about the velocity at all. So if the velocity... What if they put in here as y? Alright, time to slap in another different formula this time. After saving this as this one. This is Y. Add the X. What is the X? Velocity times T. But what is T? Trajectory. Yeah, this is... Oh, it's a shame we graduated already. Do you think I could? Do you think I could still text my old math teacher about this? You think that would be a possibility to do? Just casually text our old math teacher, like, what is the formula for trajectory?
You not just look that up.
I'm trying to. But what comes up is a bit scuffed. Oh, I don't know. I don't need to have all of that. I want to calculate trajectory. If your initial velocity, your launch angle, your gravity, and your range. Hold on, I actually need to write this down so I can understand it better.
Back here?
We doing math. So you have your initial velocity, you have your actual angle, you have your gravity, which, as you all know, is 9.81. Initial velocity is 30. And then we have the range. Those are the three things we care about. Let's see. Determine the time of flight. No. Calculate range. Here we go. Alright, I found it. But does it take initial height? I don't see things that take the initial height in with it. But the formula I found for range is V. No, I need the which is the range is the velocity is 30. Oh wait, I do actually need to do this. 30 squared. So I need this 30 squared. Probably should remove this bracket here. 30 squared times the sinus of 2 times... Wait, I have the range. I need to find the angle. What am I doing? You have the range already. I'm not in a mood to change it around. Because each of them is like, oh, you need to calculate the range. You have the angle already. But I have the problem of, I have the angle. Alright, like I have the distance. I now need to know what angle I need to fire my gun at. That's 0. Horizontal and general ballistic trajectory. The range, the height, that is time of flight, peak height. Where will it land? Launch velocity, I already have that. Angle of launch, here we go.
Fine, I'll use my fucking items. Motherfuckers.
General motion equation. You have the range is, let's say, 3,000 meters. Range too great for launch velocity. What is the launch velocity even? Velocity is 30. Fine, I'll go with 1 kilometer. Range too great for launch velocity. My launch velocity is 0 meters per second. Fine, I'll do 100. Still too great. What is wrong with this? Like, eh? What if I do 1 meter? Yes, but I finally found one that could work. And then it decides to screw me around by not showing me the calculations. Or does it? Hold on. Man, let me grab this. Let me grab my own calculator so I can do calculations. So that is the range. Doesn't do that. 2 times the angle. Wait. Of course, you can do it in 2 ways. Because you can go, if you can see my mouse here, yes, you can. You can either go very flat, or you can go way around. Which are the things that I can implement. You have two. Wait, that means you have 2 outputs here. You can output 2 numbers. Let's see, is the sin -1? Or is it just trigonometry? Or is it the asyn? I think that's asyn. Then you have 9.81 times the range, which is x divided by 30. And that will give you twice, that will give you your angle of attack, hopefully. Of course, this doesn't take the thing, this doesn't take a certain amount. If I say I want 3,000 and I press 4. was it trying to reach? Wait, where's... Oh, I lost the point. Well, I want to hit right there, which is 500 meters from the gun here. 524, so we're going to say 550. It is really slow. I can actually calculate that with my thing as well. Divided by 9.81 times the range, which will be, I think, 500. And that will then be divided by 30. Is it 30 squared? Swear that's 30 squared. And then we have to put in a bracket right here, and that will output a math error. What the? Why would it give a math error? What if I add 3,000 to it? Math error. I don't know what it is, but I did a miscalculation. That seemed to hit. Now, what if I add it to 1100? I guess it's leaning on the thing. Like, it's trying to push it up. It should be at 0. So not only am I dealing with a potentially incorrect equation, I'm also dealing with a weak third ring. So would a... I guess a large third ring is necessary in this. Symmetry mode better be turned on or I will kill. Oh boy, I need to connect the thing to this. Merge these together, give them... Rotational speed will become the output of the trajectory calculator. Connect it to this. Now we have double the power. Now let's give that 1100 a try again and say 4. I mean, in the meantime, drink some more tea, because tea is important to drink. And otherwise it will get cold, and I don't like cold tea. It doesn't seem to like it. Does it still output a number? It is, its rotational speed is at 0. So if I simply say 3,000, will it do something? No, the rotational speed still remains at 0. Yeah, it will still drop down. Like it's not supported or anything. Also, for some reason, the rotational speed is 0. Wait, can I put the gear ratio to 1:1? Otherwise, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably have to make the barrel shorter, which will make it more inaccurate. Around 4,000. It's not dropping all that much, but it's still
Wait,
floppy.
I can get a supply thing. Hold on.
Like it's still very floppy.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I have to shorten the barrel a bit.
I'm finally at the fucking final boss. It took me that long to get through, it's essentially 3 rooms.
Still doesn't do anything. Is it actually too weak? Or does this simply just not output anything? Oh wait, of course, because it gives me a math error on my calculator. That is 2, so do we need to multiply all of this by, or divide it all by 2? If I do this, if I... simply divide it all by 2, it still gives me a math error. So, dividing this all by 2, while squaring this 30 to the power of 2. So we simply do this, and then this. Yeah, let's hope this doesn't output a 0 again. Should be able to fire at 2 kilometers, right? Yeah, it still output 0, so the formula, I'm putting in something wrong here. Like, there's something going wrong with this. Oh no, of course, because there are 2 answers to this. That's why I couldn't really find anything, because you have 2 answers.
You bitch.
There are 2 solutions. You can either go really shallow for the distance or really high. Which I think is what's throwing out a math error and not allowing anything. Because the output is 2 separate things, so it doesn't know which one to choose. So I'm gonna need a drink for this. And it's a shit. I also need to turn my fan on. It's getting hot in here. Let me actually save this as artillery calculator. Also, it's a shame you guys can't see what I'm gonna be drinking. Because, well, it's in a glass bottle. And there's a cork on it. And the best part is, it is non-alcoholic, so... yay. So, you probably won't be able to hear the pop itself, because I'm a smart man. I keep my grip firmly on the cork with an R. There we go. To prevent it from flying and possibly hitting my monitor and breaking it. I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid. Alright, let's pour some of it out. Of course, I just realized that now that I've opened it, I'm gonna have to drink all of it at once because I don't have a thing to put on top of it to keep it sealed. Here we go. Yeah, the two arches approach each other at 45 degrees. When the launch angle is calculated from the relationship, there is sinus, or a sinus, which exists from the gravity, I think, divided G divided by R, so that's basically the range. So you have the gravity divided, you have gravity times range, which is why this exists. Oh no, wait, this is the angle, isn't it? That's why it's not working, because I'm pulling out the angle. Wait, that's the distance. I don't need to put this in there. I just need to put this in here. I tried to get the angle. Let's say 3,000 again. Manual. And then still output 0, I think. Yes, output 0. Yes. Things are going very wrong as per usual. There we go. So you have your distance in meters, which is the range. And you divide it by the velocity squared. And that outputs 2 answers. Wait, I do need to add this into it. This outputs 2 answers. Yeah, what's happening is you can have a value between 0 and 90, and one is between 0 and 180. I guess because it's I guess I can look for a artillery calculator. Artillery angle calculator. Artillery range.
Do you die in this section? Wait.
Angle of elevation. Artillery range.
You can die in this? I thought you... Okay. You learn something new every day.
I guess what I can do is go to the workshop, which you guys won't be able to see, but I will. There's a transformer? Nice. Artillery calculator. Artillery ballistic calculator. I'm subscribed to that one already. Hold on. That means that I can simply do... No, wait. I do need to... Here. This one. This one has... Indirect fire. Target altitude. Target GPS coordinates. Wind speed, wind direction, elevation pivots, rotation pivots. So this one is automatic. Oh, this uses Lewis script. No. What? Yeah. I ain't doing all that. Back to the workshop we must go. Oh, there's wind as well. Oh, of course I can do it that way. So I could do it in a way because I think wind is apparently, which means you need a wind sensor as well. Luckily, I can put that somewhere here. I'm gonna need a GPS sensor. So you have the current GPS, but if I want to make this more accurate, I need to put it right here. Right on. Oh, wait, I only need to do one back. So you have. It still does not solve the problem of this being too weak, or do I have to really shorten the barrel? It's still annoyingly weak. Or if it's just getting both to rotational speed. Then put it to 1. Wait, why won't it go up anymore? Is it stuck on itself? It might actually be stuck on itself. Because of this platform here. Oh. Right, but it does work. It just needs an input. But I guess I do need... Because you have your GPS, your X and your Y. I guess if you also put in your X and your Y, like, from a map, and what it will do, it will... So I guess I will have to add stuff to this, making it bigger, taking into account the coordinate coordinate X, add another one which will also be a number. It should be coordinate Y. You should simply put it from there. It will then subtract. I guess it can take the distance from there using the Pythagoras theorem, but I mean, why not? That would automatically put in the distance for me. That means I can use the distance thing for the angle. Wait, you can also calculate the angle from... That's actually a really good one. I just realized, right? I just realized something. If I use the... let's say you have one here and one here. These two are separate coordinates, right? What happens is you have this triangle becomes a thing. Because you have this and you have this angle, you can do the Pythagoras theorem to get the distance. But you can also, then once you have that distance here, you can get the angle out of it. Because this one is 90, of course, because you have this angle and this angle. Jim.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use triangles again.
Triangulation?
Kind of. I have the location of my artillery piece. I have the location of the target.
Wait, this is fucked up. Hold on. I didn't notice this throughout the whole game. But, you still take damage in blocking when you're playing it very hard.
Yeah.
You can't die. You won't die if you block. It leaves me at 0.1% health.
Huh?
Which means I can't make any mistake.
Wait, your distance
For a
automatic, which I
second.
now replace with D2, with these two, which means this becomes wind
Oh, you grabbed me? Wait, I didn't even know
speed.
that.
Wait, I also need the kind of the wait, can I actually get the angle out of this?
Uh-oh.
You have the wind speed and the wind direction.
Okay, wait.
Hold on, let me get a dial here.
Do I need to deal a certain amount of damage, or do I just need to outlast?
I need to test something out here.
These are things I've never had to worry about before.
Apply some wind. Wait, does this not experience wind because it's...
Surely it's just like last long enough, right?
Yeah, let me actually, in the meantime, take a look at some
No.
news. Right, there we go. Now we have this. I can jump onto the train and it indicates... wind speed to the max. And direction is that. What if I put it to this, which is then also just then minus 0.45. Wait,
Why is this what I'm stuck on? The little fucking fist fight.
so the wind goes from
Okay, what if we just stay away from him and outlast? What if we
minus
do that?
0.45 to minus 0.45. So it goes from 5 or minus 5. Right, so that is the wind direction. There are suddenly a lot of variables that I have to deal with, which makes me think that I want to do this a different time. Because this will take a lot of thinking, a lot of inputs.
I think we would have to do a certain amount of damage. That's fucked up.
So let's actually see if I have something else I can work on instead of this. I do have this locomotive, which I don't know. Just a big thing.
Oh,
Does have a
fuck.
cool front, but I'm also working on this, which this is actually functional and really good. This brick of a train I have driven already. I'm just struggling with these two inputs here. So I'm kind of at a thing. Do I make something new? Or do I just
Oh, fuck.
work on something existing? Hmm.
Fuck. Kick him. Get out.
Also, you know what?
Kick. Get out.
I was looking at
Kick.
news
Ow.
and I realized something. I found something that was kind of funny to me. And that is that the United States government, after trying to deport somebody wrongfully, mind you, which means they couldn't do it, are going to try again.
Okay. Yeah. That. That.
So after
Sure.
failing to deport a person once, they're just like, we're doing a sequel. We're going to try again.
Sure.
And
Sure. You should never give up.
also, a Norwegian tourist got denied access because he had a meme of JD Vance.
Okay. What do I do? I don't know how to do this. Ow. How much damage do I need to do? I do what? I do .1 per hit.
And what I could do, because I have this train here,
Stop
but
instantly fucking
there is
wait.
something that I haven't really tried to make, or at least I've tried but failed miserably. A container handler. A vehicle can handle containers, so I can put it on tracks, so I can then train them off. Also, let me quickly get the wind back down. Let me get this one. Let me load content, presets, container.
It's definitely better to just fight him, because he can't kill me if I do block. Problem is unblockables. Then me fuck it up.
Wait, are you saying block the unblockables?
No, I can't block the unblockables.
Yeah, no shit. They might be unblockable. That's why they're
But
called unblockables.
yeah, but that's kind of the danger now, because it's definitely better to just block everything else. But the problem is that that does do damage. They just can't kill me. But that means they will kill me eventually. Like, if I like, I can't mess up any of the unblockable. Like, if I don't dodge them, I'm just dead.
Yes, that makes sense.
Well, normally you have a margin of error.
You're playing on a super difficult mode that basically
Yeah, this is not even the
says,
hardest difficulty.
"Oh boy." Also, I thought I had a container car made at some point. Yeah,
But I
here,
think in the other
container
difficulty,
car.
you also get to deal more damage. So it's just kind of like who can land the first hit, right?
Yeah.
Which I do think is kind of cool.
So it can be this width, so it has to be this wide. Well, technically this wide if I'm gonna make a flat car. And it's gonna have to get a thing that's this wide. I guess I could use pulleys for that. Alright, let's see. But we have the width it can be, so that means that this one can be cut. And the length does not really matter because I can make a car for it.
No! How much damage do I need to do?
A lot of damage.
Yeah, but that has suddenly become a massive problem. Ow.
I'm taking a sip of
Okay,
drink.
don't stay out of corners.
Because what might be a shock to some people is that we here in the Netherlands have children's champagne, which is just, well, it could sound scary because, oh no, it's an alcoholic drink for children. They thought of that and basically made it sparkling apple juice. No alcohol whatsoever. They still decided to put it in a glass bottle to make you feel fancy. But apart from that, they just decided, like, I guess it stems from the tradition that around New Year's Eve, a lot of adults are drinking champagne, which good for them. I don't really care. But the children are not allowed to have that, or at least it's not recommended. And the children do often want to do what the adults want to do. Because they're doing things, so you want to do them as well. And that would result in all of the children becoming alcoholics. So I guess it is a neat middle ground. Like, they can still go with the parents, but they don't drink alcohol. It could be seen as they have tried to ban it at some point because it is pretty much seen as a bar between like drinking. Same as vapes basically being a stepped up to smoking.
It's not the same though. Because in champagne, there's nothing addicting. Or in
Alcohol.
children champagne. I mean, like in the
No, that is
kids
true.
version.
But it can be seen as sort of this little step up towards. Instead of it being one big step, which is difficult to make, you already get used a little bit to the taste, so that when you make the switch to the alcoholic version, you don't really notice it.
I mean, does it taste the same at all though?
I don't know, I haven't
I
tried.
don't know. Can you stop with the unblockables? Thank you. Fucking
Like,
freaking me out.
I wouldn't know, I haven't tried champagne at
No,
all.
me neither.
And I'm not in the mood for trying it either.
In fact, I've only had alcohol-free beer. Like once, and I didn't really. I don't know. It was okay, but it wasn't.
Like, I've had it multiple times. It actually depends on the brand. Like, some of them are bitter, and other ones are just lemonade.
I don't know. The one I had kind of tasted like. I don't know. Wait. Am I dealing less than a 0.1%? I think I'm dealing less than 0.1% damage.
Uh,
How long do I need to last? Can we just continue? I want my sword back.
Symmetry oh, where there? I'm adding a 5x5 wheel though. Not with suspension because that will absolutely buckle. There we go. That is the frame. I now need to add cylinders. So we have cylinders.
How long do I need to fucking last? How is that not long enough?
Depends on what you're doing. This engine should be powerful enough.
Should I reset the mission and just get more healing items?
And
I'm
also,
dead.
I hope I'll survive tomorrow. Because, well, we're gonna continue with renovations of the house. Or at least the apartment. Because that is necessary to do if you want to live in it. However,
Oh, that was not a parry. Shit.
my body doesn't really like to handle high temperatures at all. Which means that in the next couple of days it's gonna get hot. Like, Jim, I don't know if you know, but today's around 20. Tomorrow during the weekend it's gonna be around 20, like 22, 23, and then Monday comes around. 29. Then Tuesday rolls in. 31 degrees. I am not doing anything because I'll most likely be too busy drinking liters of water to compensate for the temperature
Still drinking stream.
after it moved. because then I actually have the setup. Then I'll probably have a camera set up and everything. Then everything will be done. I need normal manifolds. Like, once the moving has happened, then the drinking stream will happen. Would be even funnier if I would actually... You know, I might not need an actual, like, like, drink-related sponsor. What if I start working at a company and ask them to sponsor?
That is... I can't tell if that's a terrible or a really good idea.
Because on one hand, it could bring a great... It could possibly bring some work to an engineering firm. On the other hand, it's engineering. Who is watching my stream and thinking, I need some engineering
Well,
done?
you play engineering games.
Don't try... Are you trying to convince me?
No, I thought that was what your thought process would have been.
Technically, yeah. It does mean that I didn't even think of that one, but it is a good point. I'm playing engineering games, which means it is all it is to... Well, I don't actually know what the occupation is of my target audience. Like, are the people that are watching me engineers as well, or are they unemployed?
I'm
Are
gonna
they working
restart
in
the fucking mission.
Are they
I'm gonna
working in
get more healing.
healthcare? Who knows?
I'm gonna get more healing. This is unfair. But where can I get more healing? Is there healing in the
Right,
first level?
exhaust
I
and
don't
cooling
know.
is done, and now I need air, so I need an air manifold. And I guess an air filter. Right there.
Actually, I guess there's healing in Sam's level. Let's just do that. Okay, let's play Sam's level a few times. Sam, you're gonna leave me alone for a little bit. I need to pick up your healing items.
Has
Where is
any
it?
more news happened actually? Like any more exciting news?
No idea. Alright, there we go. Sam, we can fight.
Instead of the US trying to deport an illegally deported person. Also, what's funny, right? Like most people will know about the attack the US did on Iran.
Hmm?
Apparently, they didn't share the details with Trump in fear he would leak
Really?
everything. Yeah, or they gave him like fake details, which to me is hilarious.
Yes.
The
If that's
Secret
true,
Service
then
being
yes.
or like the rest of the government being like, yeah, we don't trust him. He might fuck things up. Wait a second, can I? Yep. Pump. There. Then remove this. Then remove this one. Remove this one. Remove this one. And this one. Because if your government doesn't trust you, which is totally understandable, like what does the country do? There we go, then that's the power connected, and this will be the fuel tank. So cover this off, fill this in, fill this in. Now my question is, do I make the thing? I think I might want to do the cab right here with a seat. That means I can make this a lot shorter, although I might have to add more weight to the back. We'll see. So let's put the seat right here with a boom then right here.
Actually, now that I think about it, I could just do it in the fight. Just in the boss fight.
Although what I could do... Wait, is this a hard point? Hard
In fact, I should have done that.
point... Yeah, but I kind of want to use these rope anchors. So what I could do is winch in order to make the boom as light as possible, which of course I want to make the boom as light as possible, to here, and then behind here too as well. Then what will happen is we're gonna connect these two. And we're gonna add... Ooh, I need rope pulleys. And I need a corner ones.
Yeah, let's do that again.
There we go, and then we should probably add these together. So you simply extend the boom, connect the... Wait, I can actually do the ropes already. Like you have this one going here, this one going here, this one going down here, and this one going down here. Rope. Actually, I also need a... I just realized I need a battery. Guess a medium battery will do. Here in the middle. It will simply connect the starter and the alternator to it. Hardpoint connector body, hardpoint connector attachment. Yeah, I could slap one of these on there as well and just connect it that way. I could also have a connector in the bottom here. But rails might be the easiest solution. So now we do the... This will be down, this will be up. And everything's connected by power. I wonder if this actually has the weight on it, 1400. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the front height. Let me quickly change that. There we go. And actually, let's start with WNS on rotation target.
surely 4 is enough, right? Right? Alright. Hopefully my stealth is a little good right now.
Link this to that one. Then we connect that one. Nope, wrong one. Want to connect this to this one. This one to this one. And last but not least, this one will be connected all the way to this one. Then we start pulling it up and start pulling it in. And hopefully it will pull it actually upwards. Perfect. Up is true. Up is false. I mean, it does work, it just doesn't have the length to do it. So... Also, it doesn't wanna... doesn't have brakes yet. So I guess hotkey 2 will be the brakes. I also have to get the fuel going in here. So, fuel manifold, I guess. Port for that. Spawner in there as well. Meter in there. 2. And wall it off. Yay, fuel.
Motherfuckers.
Wait, which ropes are the shortest? These are the shortest ropes. You want to put... the lower ones need to go to the outer ones, and the outer one... Equip the rope, connect, and connect. Then want to connect. Then we want to grab this one, and last but not least, we have this rope to this one, and now when we try and lift.
Wait, I can get another sort of battery thing. Just make sure they don't fucking see me.
Yeah, for some reason it doesn't really tilt straight because probably because the boom isn't centered.
5 is enough, right? Surely.
But I guess it's time to make this telescopic. Tracks. Yeah, tomorrow will be painting for me. Gonna be doing some Microsoft Paint on probably my own wall. Because I would like to have my walls painted. So I can live in my room, actually. Without suffering. If I connect this to there, I can connect you to this and you to this. And this one needs to be a sticky. While the gear ratio is fine. This one will be up and down while being connected to the battery as well. Temporarily is going to be sticky. There we go. So right now I can... Oh, what is this? Why as soon as I leave the seat does it drop down? Oh, now it stays up. Let me actually grab the container again. Actually, press
Whatever,
connect it.
4 is good enough.
And then this one.
And about the 3. Well, I guess that's better than 0. It's not ideal.
Zip. Yeah, that... I don't want to say that that's good. That as soon as I leave the seat, it drops down. As if it doesn't get power anymore. The rotation target is there, the power is there, why does... You know what? Screw it, I'm gonna do a bug report right now. Create issue. Subject. Broken pivots. Content. Every time I leave my seat, the pivot falls and loses its rotation.
Okay.
What is wrong with every time? Every time is. I guess every time
I
I
heal
leave.
in the cutscene, right? No.
And
That's
when
maybe fine.
sit on the seat again,
Okay, kill me.
it flies
Wait, if I just
back
do...
into
Let's do
position.
that.
Flies back into position and works like normal.
Okay, so I was doing kind of well with just 1 health bar, so surely I'll do... Like, surely I'll get through it with 4, right? Actually, now that I think about that, basically just means I can
Submit.
get hit 4 times.
Persistently, the game crashes over time. With 3 by 1 by 1 inch, 3 for broken fish. I'm just looking at things that have been created.
Okay. Oh, you just have to survive that attack? Wait. I could have done it with 1 health bar, I think. Apparently you were just supposed to get hit by this one move, and I just dodged it every time, or it would kill me. What's going on with the lighting? What the fuck?
Yeah, 32 gigs of RAM. Yeah, so that's a report done to Twitch, because, or to, not to Twitch, to Storm Geometa, because this sucks ass. Like, how is one supposed to use these if everything immediately fails? What? Is it a position thing?
Right,
Whoop,
finally the
whoop,
actual
whoop,
final
whoop,
fight.
whoop,
God damn.
whoop, whoop, wait, whoop, whoop.
Can I block the final boss? Like, the fucking the final bit. I can! I can parry again without taking damage.
Geometa, get your shit together if you want this game to survive for longer than a month.
I think the game has survived for like 5 years by now.
Yes. However, I mean, all they've done recently, Geometa, the makers of this game, all they've done for the last year is basically just saying, yeah, we're gonna add more shit while not fixing the old shit.
But sometimes you don't have to fix the old shit.
Well, in this scenario, they do.
Why?
Because nobody likes a broken game.
That depends on in what kind of game it is and how, like, in what way it is broken.
Nobody likes, especially an engineering game, nobody likes when things are starting to become inconsistent. Because if let me go to the issue tracker. There are currently 532 defects. You have persistent memory leak causing game crashes over time, which I think I've experienced as well. Error origination flags. What? Ah. There's a fluid 3x1x1 hinge. That's not a defect, that's just a feature. Tree felling block is just another feature. No, that's just a bunch of fucked up stuff.
Oh fuck.
Broken fish, heat exchangers are defective, not offer valuable means of cooling. You have update physics engine, please. Load a new game, ship design, deconstructing upon spawn. Desync waves, watertight cubes underwater with mirror mode. Number of composition binary produce expected result. Modular engines. Cooling problems with modular engines that have persisted for the entire time. Problem with loading, hanging in the sky. Sensors from radar act weird. No sound at all. Wheels physics interfering with pivots. Wheels not behaving correctly. Setup causes player to fall under the map. Custom door bug. Stormworks completely freeze after 1 minute of playtime. Game crashes after loading in multiplayer. Large tire grip. Yep, there is no grip for tires at all. So there are a lot of like these small little things that Stormworks has that kind of mess things up. You know? They're just like I want to like this game a lot more. But what they're doing is just not enough. There simply isn't enough being done to make this game work like it's supposed to, basically. And of course, game development is I feel like is a costly thing. It takes a lot of time, effort, resources, and they might not fully have those.
I'm gonna be honest. Since Hollow Knight, I kinda changed my view on that.
Well, it depends on the game, of course.
Yeah. But a game that big for like fucking just lunch money?
Besides, if the game does not automatically
No,
mean
I'm not just talking about the
popularity.
map. I'm talking about the amount of enemies, bosses, abilities.
Like the actual variety in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the whole game was made with a budget of like I think $200,000 dollars in 2 years.
Yes. And it means you have Geometa over here who had an entire. Well, Stormworks, I think, came out, from what I've seen, in 2019. So they've had 6 years to. Well, it started out. It's been in early access for a while to begin with. So you have that already. And after that, you have the. Like, after 1.0 came out, which was incredible, they introduced some DLC, to kind of probably just get more money involved into the game. Like, I can understand that you need money for this. And they haven't really fixed things properly. Like, what they basically need to do is just, like, of course they fix certain things over time and all that. It's not immediately like, oh no, they've abandoned everything. Like, they're still doing things. But
Wait, they curve?
every update they add something new. Well, I think they should at some point have an update which is just the fixing update, where all they do is just fix a bunch of stuff that hasn't been
They
working
might
for
do
a
that
while.
once they've added all the content they wanted to add.
I think they've
Right.
done that already, adding all the content they wanted to add.
Well, then surely they'll fix it, right?
Yeah, that's what we've been thinking. They already switched from like bi-weekly updates to monthly. So they're only going to do one update per month. And the game is sort of, I don't want to say follow the Hello Neighbor path, but close to follow the Hello Neighbor path. It started out it started around, I think, probably not sure when, but you had an amount of YouTubers, mainly 3 of them, being Komodo Gaming, Komodo, SpikeX, and OB were 3 YouTubers who made Stormworks content. Basically, just 3 people dicking around in Stormworks creations. That's how I found the game as well. That's how a lot of people found this game, through YouTube. And it kind of had that popularity. So much so that even Markiplier tried it at some point. But over time, that kind of fell off. It kind of went away. And I know this game is not big at all, or well known. Multiple times I've been the only one on Twitch streaming this. Like, actually just the only one. Actually, I'm not sure if I still am the only one streaming on Twitch. Let me look that up.
You can do this early? Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Stormworks Build and Rescue. Yep, I'm the only one currently streaming Stormworks on Twitch. The only one. And yeah, if they want to make this game more popular, well, first of all, they need proper tutorials. The current tutorial in the game is just doing one mission. Even though a lot of people come to this game for the beautiful creations and they want to make that themselves. Which I feel like I should still make some tutorials for this game. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Well, then get around to it.
Well, I have to actually make a
fuck?
script. I have to then work out that script to a workable thing. And only after that. Right, I need to make controls for
What?
this.
How did that not cut the thing?
Right, so I need these, which means you have your... Wait, technically I need all of this. How does it look? Because, like, this game has a lot of potential. Like, if you look at the workshop, if I go into the workbench, for example, save this as contain Nerf. Mover. Save it. If I go to the workshop of things that I have saved that aren't mine, like you have these sailing things, you have especially earlier things, you have beautiful planes and everything that people made. And of course, once you just start, there's gonna be your stuff isn't gonna be as pretty as others. That's a given. Like I have just over 1,200 hours in this game right now, and are you seeing what I'm currently making? It does not look pretty, not at all. But it's
How did
functional.
that not cut? I cut the thing.
But if people want to make beautiful creations, but as soon as they hop into the game, they are overwhelmed with everything. Then how are they supposed to actually play and enjoy the game? Like, you
By
make
getting
that next to impossible. And that is something that this game basically needs to fix. Just improve. Just improvements to, like, the tutorial. Because if you go over here, you nope. If you go to escape, you have video tutorials. Yeah, reject all cookies. That will bring you to the Stormworks official tutorial, like version 1.0 tutorial, which is 5 videos, which do whole design, workbench, engine basics, logic, and modular engines. These are 4-year-old tutorials by Mr. Jersey, because at that time, that was kind of technical. We're currently on 1.14.4, as you can see in the corner of my screen. Those tutorials kind of, yeah, they still function, but it just needs more attention, you know?
How did I accidentally headshot him? I mean, I'm glad I did, but
You have your up,
wow.
you have your down for things, you have your up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then you have your up and down, up and down. Pivot up, slide in and out, and that's basically it. Now let's make a macro control. Like, the possibilities of creation are endless with this one.
It's like Minecraft.
Yes, but a lot more technical. It's like Minecraft, but redstone is always involved. Which for some people, of course, means that this game is not for them. And I completely understand. This game isn't everyone's cup of tea, but
I mean, no game is, and every game that tried sucked.
Yes. But yeah, that basically, like, it almost hurts to see this game that I have poured so many hours of my life into just basically kind of wither and slowly die. Well, there's so much more of this game to explore. Like, I have basically touched everything except Lewis script at some point. Well, Lewis script I've touched at some point, but I'm not really good with it. It's, yeah, left, rear, left, up.
Fuck. Okay.
Down. There, okay, another one. Wait, this needs to go here. Up, down. This is gonna be the rear. The rear. Don't tap out of the game. Rear, right. Up. This game can be so much more, yet it isn't.
Wait, I just noticed my fucking healing item doesn't even heal the normal amount. It only heals 75 instead of 100. I mean, that's fine, I guess. It's a little unfortunate.
It's gonna be front left. There we go. Now we have that one. Then we need. There we go. Now we need numbers. So we technically only need two numbers here. One number being slide in. Oh wait, I come in from composite anyway. Slide in / out. Number up / down.
Oh, I was almost there.
And I need a composite. Composite. Call this boom arm controls. Oh wait, I failed to name it in here. There we go. This microcontroller will do everything I want it to do, hopefully. I just realized that those all need to go. Oh, wait, do I have to change them these as well? Yep, all of them have to change to an output. Like, for me, what would be a great thing to have here is if you're in this microcontroller thing, there's a tab for testing where you can actually put in a number and it will output a signal or a number depending on what logic you use. Or if you want to connect it to a screen,
What?
you can select the output as well, and you can kind of have this testing area where you can test your microcontroller instead of having to keep spawning the creation in, realizing you made a mistake, and just having to go back and forward. Which nobody likes, to go back and forward every single time. There we go. We have this. No, wait, we technically have more of them, right? We have 1, 2. Wait, let me actually see. I have 3 of them, right? I do have 3. Let me think. I have 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them.
Ow. Why did they make it harder or some shit in this mode? That doesn't make any sense.
Check something. Can I? Nope, I need to add 2 more of those. Composite. Input 1. Input 2. And then I have to make it bigger, even, for input 3. So you have all of these. 1, 3, and 2. Like, a microcontroller like this starts with this already. Like, you're thinking, oh, this looks big and threatening. Because, well, it does show you. I think from what I've seen of the tutorials, it just shows you the basics of the game. Which, of course, it would. Why wouldn't it? But that also means that as soon as you try the basics, you're like, well, I've made this. And a lot of people don't have the perseverance to go for everything else. They're like, well, I've done the basics, but the rest is difficult. I'm not gonna do it. And then quit after 50 hours. If not less.
Can I do this?
I think the game has at some point been kind of review bombed. Or
No.
it's, you know, sort of disastrous. Disaster updates, basically. Especially the Space Age DLC did not age well. Space Age DLC, like the Space DLC for this game. Like, I've bought all the other DLCs apart from that one, specifically because, well, I don't feel the need to buy it.
How do you fuck up a DLC that allows the players to go to space?
Well, it fucked up all other creations. They introduced gases, which is necessary. It was necessary for the DLC, but it messed with everything else. And of course, you're gonna get the argument of, we need to upgrade to a better engine. Yes, but that will break everything else. Fine, then we won't do it. Then we'll not do it. Which means you're gonna be stuck on a weird engine that barely works. All the while you're trying your best to get everything going. You're trying to get, everything out. You're trying to update, you're trying to upgrade, but because they will wreck all older creations, things will go wrong. I mean, if I save this real quick and update it, and then go to the workshop and scroll all the way down, like things start out like advanced, and you had things like adventure mode. Those were things that were there because in the beginning you had like these things with adventure mode or not. Those were two things that were, you had advanced mode, and I think adventure. Adventure was just like the simple thing, and advanced actually had electricity. Otherwise, you had infinite electric on, I think infinite fuel on. All of those things just worked. No questions asked.
But apparently, I don't get it.
Apparently, that's not what people. Eventually, they went to this system. I still miss rogue mode, a setup which was just permadeath and a little bit more difficult in the beginning. And you're stuck in first person. But they've removed that feature a while ago. As soon as they updated to 1.0, they removed it. And that still bothers me. Like, that was a couple years ago at this point, I feel like. See this up down? Yes. We need up down there, and then we need another one for up down there. And then we need two of these, I think, for each one of them. But yeah, I do want this game to be more popular and just overall function better. But if pivots are going to fail as soon as you approach them, and that's messing with a lot of things. Like having a thing that lifts containers suddenly doesn't work if you're out of your seat because, well, everything goes wrong then. But how are you going to?
What in the fuck was
It will
that?
basically mean that connecting things like ropes to a container become impossible. Right. Output 1 here is gonna go to these. Output 2 is gonna go to all of these, and then output 3 is gonna be connecting to these. There we go. Logic. But yeah, I do like this game. I do want it better, but it's unlikely to happen. Like they should put out updates, but they haven't. Max of 1, max of like minus 0.3, I guess. Right channel increments of 0.05. Reset values, I don't care about the reset value. This will reach channel 2, this will reach channel 3, and this will reach channel 4. Meantime, this one will be going from 1 to minus 1. Increments also of 0.05. Save this. Load this. One will be a arrow button up, will be a push. And it will be tilt up. This will be slide out. Also be an arrow button. And this game also takes a lot of time. It's one of these games where you can just spend like 3 to 4 hours working on a creation, then realize it's 3 a.m. Tilt down. This can also be an arrow button, but
Okay. Why are my cuts not working? Fucking.
slide in is going to be also an arrow button pointing down on channel 4.
Well, that time I just didn't press the button, I guess. That's
Slide in
on
and
me.
out is going to be slide speed. This is going to be station target. Is this even working? Oh, I think I already know what's happening. No, sometimes in this game things just aren't intuitive at all.
Oh.
Have I even connected a composite signal? Yeah, to the wrong one.
What?
Why won't it slide down? First of all, these are inverted, so that's fun. Which means that I need to grab them. And of course, things don't want to connect anymore. Because of course not. Now do you want to connect? Yes, now you do. And like small things like that where you have to bridge over two things that are obviously connected. That you want to connect, that just won't connect. And a tilt down doesn't really want to work. I don't know what's happening. Things are going horribly wrong. Why? Tilt up. Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. This needs to be channel 2. This needs to be channel 3. It's in here. The up and down is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. The slide in needs to be channel 3.
Where is my I don't get it. I do the fucking thing.
Wait, slide in needs to be channel 3? Needs to be up, so it goes up. Right, now it should work. Like, there is no tension in the ropes. Slide out. Slider speed is at 1, and it's not doing anything. Why isn't it doing anything? Are they not connected? They're connected to the slide in, slide out bit, which is this one, which does go through increments of that, and channel 3 is the going up bit. So channel 3 is slide out. Channel 3, yeah. Should go into this one, which I guess... Like, everything is connected properly.
There we go. Okay.
Yet it's still not working. That's basically the name of this game. Why isn't this working now? Also, I realize I need to first, before I do anything, change the sensitivity on this by adding another 0 to this. And same with this one. As well as making this one a lot lower. Like, I'm trying to push it out.
Wait.
But I'm not seeing anything happening. And the ropes... So if I connect W and S back to them again, will they work once more? Because then I know it's somewhere And if I just do this. If the output set to 1, which means that these are getting the number 1, then your track base should be able to push right out, right? Why does it seem like there's something stuck to it? Oh. Oh yeah, that would do it. That would definitely do it.
Where's my sword?
That would 100% definitely do it. If it, like, it's most likely that you forgot something. Oh yeah, and I realized something that should go in here because these basically need to have a knot, 2 knots, and then and a gate, I think, or and yeah, I think an and gate. Means you I'll also connect this and this to this one, which means that if both are pressed completely, so if both buttons are now pressed, a certain thing will happen. If this button is if both buttons are pressed, it will change one of these from a knot to a thing. Wait, don't I need an OR gate for that then? XOR, XOR. I think an XOR gate is the thing here that I need actually. If either one. Wait, or do I need a NOR? Because only if what's if both of them are on. Wait a second, I have these 2 inputs here. And now both if I connect with this, it will continuously reset until I press one of the buttons. So it'll continuously reset it to 0. I feel like a NAND, so you have like and if both of them are not, so then both of them are. Let's try it like this. Oh wait, I still have to connect them. Also, let's push this down all the way and don't ignore the container just yet because I haven't connected the engine yet. Connect these 2. See, there it's a lot smoother already. See, it works. I can push it out.
Fuck! Why
Right
am
now
I...
it's
Are they just
fully out.
harder to do in this mode, or is it like? Did I just what? I don't get it. Oh, maybe they made the chance for error like smaller.
So that works now. Now the main problem is the... Well, actually, I could use this, just a... I do need an instrument, a fourth instrument panel. The fourth panel, which will become the composite input 4. Because what input 4 will do is just be an OR gate with 2 channels on it. So I just need 2 channels. And all of these... So this will be all of them in or all of them out. So that means OR gates, or yeah, or just OR gates need to happen between all of them. Like that's basically that's logic. It's just conditions. Yes, I'm spacing these out in such a way so that an OR gate fits in between and keeps everything neat and tidy. So I can do this, pulling this up, this, 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 and this. Like this system is this part is done. We can forget about that part for now. This one will be channel. Like I connect 32 channels.
What?
So we have.
They can loop around?
5, we have 6, we have 7, we have 8, we have, then after that comes 9, then we have 10 channels so far, with 11, 12, 13, and finally 14. 14 channels to operate one singular boom arm with 4 instrument panels.
Stop it, dude.
Because when I started playing this game, it was a whole lot of doing the basics. Like I was legit just not messing with instrument panels, not messing with basically anything. I was just doing what I knew, and then I decided to mess with instrument panels, which is what I'm currently doing as well. It basically becomes a matter of make a microcontroller for everything. And I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to learn Lua script, because I do want to eventually know how to do that.
Where? What? How did that miss?
And this will be all down. So this will just be up, wait. Did I miss that? Did I mess that up? Up, down, down, up. These need to be switched around.
How does that miss? I don't get it. What is going on?
So this will be the all ups then. So this will be this one, skip that one, go for this one. Well, this one will be all the other ones. Will be the down. These will be all up, these will be all down. So with everything basically connected, all I'm gonna have to do is this. So this is the front right, so that's this one. Up. Front right up, front right down. Front left up, front left down. Front rear right up, and rear right down, then rear left down, and there we go. Now that's technically everything connected. All I have to do now is dick around in this. So this will be front, left,
Oh, then
up.
it hits in the air.
Another
New.
arrow switch with up, which is going to be on. Ooh, wait, which one is that? Which one is front left up on? Front left up is on channel 8. And that's front left down. Front left up is on channel 7. So front left up is channel 7.
Out of.
Then we have
Okay.
front right up. Also going to be an arrow button pointing up, but that also means that I get to look in here where front right up is 5. 5. Then we're going to get front left down, which is also going to be an arrow button pointing actually down. Which front left down I think might be channel 6. Front left, no, that's channel 8. Channel 8 is that's channel 8. Channel 8, which does mean that front right down is going to be channel 6. That is this panel now officially done. So right now I do enjoy the fact that I haven't connected it to a composite yet. Because that is output 2, which does mean it is output 4 goes there, output 3 goes there. Yeah, and that really tightens, and that really tightens as well. Yep, now you're capable of doing this, and then extend. As my buttons don't do anything anymore, yay. Because I made my buttons on my seat useless because I'm doing this one. So there's going to be the rear left up. Rear right up. So both are rear ups. Rear are channel 9 and 11. So 9 and 11 are on these. 9 and 11, which means that these will be 10 and 12. Rear left down, button.
Okay.
Then switch that around and put 12 on there. Then we don't need any of these.
Okay, so you do need to aim
This
up
is
for that.
all up. And that's going to be 13. And this is going to be all down, which is also going to be an arrow button pointing down on 14. Right, that is all of that connected properly, hopefully. So I can... Oh wait, I removed the ropes. So you're sitting in here, you're like, oh well, I've driven up to my container. Oh, I haven't connected it to the battery yet. Oh, whoops. Slight miscalculation. Yep, that works. Now we tilt this up. See, and now it doesn't work. Now it does. It's just that as soon as it's connected to a seat, I think it messes up. Then you can do hold down again, and we can slide right out. As I need to still add the rope. Oh, this can be removed. And I guess I want to connect my engine controller to it. Guess I might want to do that. Starter. Throttle air. Throttle fuel. RPS from the flywheel. And I just need a throttle input, which I'm going to use a keypad for. And a button will be a key button. That's going to be underneath. I want 8 RPS. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. I keep forgetting to
How did it go that way? What in the fuck?
Oh yeah, and I need a constant number for in here to make sure that my pump and my alternator are always running with a value of 1.
What in the fuck?
So I can say, alright, do 10 RPS for me, please, and charge the engine up. And now I realize I need an inverter, numerical inverter. That's also something within Stormworks that I had to realize, that I realized luckily quite early on. But it's kind of annoying. If you place a wheel, like if you look at the bottom, the steering is inverted at one end, so you're gonna do like weird steering. Something you don't want to do. Luckily, I have solved that issue with a numerical inverter on one of them. But because of those things become a lot more annoying. Oh boy, this thing is a lot more... Why is it so fast? Why? And why can it drift? I just realized I do not have brakes.
Holding down the button.
Oh no, wait, I do.
There we go.
I wonder why those are damaged. Actually, because of time maneuvering, I might wanna consider rear wheel steering. Right, in order to save fuel, tilt the beam up, all down, slide it out. There we go. Can I move forward, please? Out of the seat. There we go. Like that one. Connect this one. Connect this. And last but not least, well, this one. Alright, now it's just a matter of pulling them all tight again. So first we're gonna do all up. And now you can basically look at this, and it is the front left that needs to go up more. Right, that one is oh, that one is the rear left. What? Oh, the rear right and the rear left are confused. Alright. And last but not least, I think the front right. So you pull tight. Slide in a little bit. Still a little bit more up.
No, it's not fair. This is not fair. Can I move you?
And this is when I
Can I move
realize
you?
I do not have enough
Or
weight. Bonk. Like, can I draw backwards, please? If I
Oh,
I feel like I might have a problem here. If I put all, if I push it, don't flip the container over. That shows that the that the rear left needs to go up. The rear right needs to go up. Yeah, it does work. Although I did forget to that I had the WNS on sticky. Who doesn't love a doesn't love a sticky clutch that just keeps going after you've told it to stop? Weight blocks. because... Wait. Wait a minute. I need to add more of that. I need to add more of it. If I simply do this, that should mean a lot more weight on the back. That's why I'm not using suspension. Also, before I do anything, I'm gonna remove the container a little bit. Got clear content. There we go.
Wait, did I do it?
So I
Did I
want
win?
8 RPS. Well, let's still charge my engine.
I think I won. I won. Fucking finally.
Oh boy, I'm spinning out already. Woo-hoo. This thing's powerful. Yeah, I should definitely add rear wheel steering to this.
I fucking did it. Why did this game become a fucking Souls-like on the final boss?
I've played enough of those, so you should know how to work them.
But yeah, but there's a difference. For some reason, I think they might have. You know how in this game you can like enter a mode where you can sort of aim your own strikes?
Yeah.
So the final boss throws shit at you, and you gotta like aim your strikes in a way to cut it in half. I think they made the margin of error smaller on that because I was failing them over and over. Which, granted, is a pretty cool thing for, for a harder difficulty to force you to be more precise with them.
Closer, then get this one up as well.
Alright.
This one pulled up neatly. Slide it out, hopefully lifting the container up into the air. Tilting it up a little bit, maybe. Oh.
Alright. Right. So now I get to move on to the even harder difficulty, I guess.
Oh boy, that's a bump. I need to add more weight to the back, definitely. I definitely need to add... I need to tighten the ropes, actually, on the rear ones, right? So these ones. Or... No, these ones, actually. Front, left. Whee! Bonk. Oh, come on, is it sliding back in? Well, I need to slide back out. Oh, it's the ropes. Right, it works, but it doesn't really like it all that much. So maybe with a little bit more weight on the back, it doesn't tilt all that much. Hopefully. I don't know, we'll have to see. Package expired. Don't you hate it, Jim, when your package is expired?
I've never had it before.
You never had your package expire?
No.
Huh.
What package?
I'm gonna let your imagination do that one.
Does sperm have an expiration date?
Of course it has.
Well, I haven't checked mine in a while.
Just make sure it's not green when it comes out.
Can that happen?
No idea.
I mean, I've shat green before.
What?
Yeah, I ate a lot of salad and like coal and whatever the day before.
Was this
So
during
like,
was this during your internship?
no. This was when I was like 12.
This was not during your internship where you did salad reviews.
No. Oh shit, I still need to make the salad tier list.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's see. Let me grab my paper again that has the thing where I should aim my gearbox at. I should aim it if I want more torque, which I probably want. It's from... No, it's towards the... No, wait, hold on. Yeah, it's from the engine to multiply torque and divide RPS. Just writing that down on a piece of paper is just valuable. Reverse will be on 1. As the brakes are already on 2. And... connect to the battery. Oh no. Oh, I'm lucky. Or am I? Shit. I need to redo everything because I forgot that symmetry mode was turned on. Like, me leaving symmetry mode turned on is almost the same as painting on the wrong layer. And Jim will know how painful that is.
what?
Like, me not turning symmetry mode on or off is the same as
Oh.
painting on the wrong layer.
Yeah, that can depend a lot actually. This is one good stick of licorice.
I probably should have put catalytic converters in between. But who cares? Let me just slowly approach. Then slam on the brake. Grab it. Oh wait, I still need to extend. I still need to tilt it up and extend. No wait, actually, yeah, that's the rear. Then we want to do this one. Connect it up to... Have I connected it? I've connected up to that one. Connect it up to that. Then we want to grab this rope. Connect it from here to walk all the way around. No, not that one. Yep, there we go. Let's connect to the right one. Then we jump. Connect it there. Walk around. Connect this up. Nope. Connect it up here. So with all the ropes connected. Let's see. The front left is that one. So that one is pulling. Front right now pulling. Then the rear. Pulling them straight again. Tilt it up a little bit more. Realize that all of them need to go in again. Tilt it up a little bit more. Seems to work. It still tilts forward a bunch, so I guess I have to add more weight to the back. I do have the rear to connect a lot too, so that's nice. I also realized that I'm gonna have to connect. I'm gonna have to pull the. By the looks of it, I'm gonna have to pull the left siding a little bit more. Our left side. A little bit more. And then simply lift it up over my head. Oh, no, 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 no. Aww. We kind of solve it by sliding it in. Wait. No, that's that one. I need to pull this one in. No, that's down, need up. That's the one I need. So as the other. There we go. Pull it tight. Hey, it did something. I guess if I grab... that one as well, as you can see it's starting to pull. Yeah, this will not do. So yeah, I guess what I'm gonna do is deafen myself on Discord and press a button. Because, yes. I've pressed a button, and I'm gonna press another button, or at least I pressed the button with my foot, and now press a button with my finger to indicate that I'm gonna be ending it here soon because of time and motivation. Because guess what? I have to wake up tomorrow and do a lot of painting because walls require paint. But yeah, if you like what you saw, maybe want to see more of it, make sure to let me know. I would greatly appreciate some feedback. And yeah, maybe want to see me play a different game, maybe some other stuff. Maybe have some like things like a camera, maybe that will return. One is on its way, and then I have to just get it working. And once it's working, it's fine. And yeah, next stream will be Wednesday, and it will basically be some more, probably Factorio, because it does mean that I do want more automation. I want a bigger factory and everything. And maybe you have a recommendation for me, make sure to let me know. There's a entire channel dedicated to that on my Discord server, which you can find by just straight up looking it up. Like, you can just look up Push Person Discord, it will send you to my YouTube as well. Yeah. With all that said, I hope everybody has a very pleasant evening, night, morning, or afternoon. And I'll see everybody next Wednesday. Goodbye.